Wild innings in the NFL. Oh my goodness, let's get into it. First of all, congratulations to the teams who have made it to the NFC and AFC championship games. Let's get into the wild card round, and those are wrap up this week. So in the wild card round, we had the Jacksonville Jaguars playing the Buffalo Bills in a 27-24 shootout. The highlights of this game was Josh Allen coming through at the end to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in a thriller game that went down to the wire. Literally, Jacksonville had a chance to win the game. Trevor Lawrence threw a bad interception. Jackson Buffalo ends up winning that game to go to the next round. The Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers ended up playing the game in which Green Bay was leading at half by 14 points. Chicago comes roaring back to win at Soldier Field. Then we got to talk about the dismantlement of the Houston. The Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Houston Texans 31 to 6. In Mike Tomlin's last game of the head coach at Acrisure Stadium. He stepped down after 19 years. Yeah. In John Harbaugh for the Ravens after last week against the Steelers. Ravens, he was let go by Baltimore. Quick note: the Los Angeles Chargers losing to the New England Patriots. The score 16-3. It was interesting to say the least in that game. You had a lot of contenders. You had Seattle. Seattle and the Broncos was on a bye week. Then we get into last week. Let me tell you. First and foremost, Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills was a shootout, 30-30, 33-30. The Broncos had to win the game. Josh Allen had turnovers early in the game. They came back. There was a controversial play at the end in which he threw the ball to Brandon Cooks. He falls down as he rolls over. The defender gets the ball, and there is a PI that gets in field goal range for the Broncos, who end up winning the game. Shortly after that, head coach Sean McDermott has got resigned by the by the Bills. Josh Allen has gone through it again this time. It feels like the criticism is getting more unwarranted to some degree because dare say without Patrick Mahomes or without Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, he should have easy cut to playoffs. Super Bowl, in my opinion, Super Bowls are hard to come by. Not everybody, even if people like Brady who won 7 or Mahomes who won 3, people take it's hard to go to Super Bowl. It's not like it's easy to go to a Super Bowl game. Oh, he didn't win the big one. In my opinion, it's hard to get there. There's so many things that have to go your way to get there every year. There's a lot of dedication work, and you're not the only guy who wants to get there. There's other teams who have the same goal to get there. But as be as it may, unfortunately lost for them. The Seattle Seahawks came in storming against the 49ers 41-6. Coming off a game in which the 49ers beat the Philadelphia defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles 22-17 in a divisional game. I did not expect them to get blown out like that at Lumen Field by the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, out the gate, Rashid Shaheed returns opening kickoff and is off to the races. After that, Sam Darnold touchdown, Smith and Jigma. It just seemed whatever Brock Purdy tried to do, he had no time. George Kittle goes down with an Achilles injury. It just seemed like, to summarize it, just seemed like the Seattle Seahawks had their way to go to the next round. The New England Patriots destroyed the Houston Texans in the game 28-16. Now, this game highlighted this because it is one of the most. This game ended up being one of the most talked about as far as turnovers. There was 8 total turnovers. Now, prior to the week in Pittsburgh, C.J. Stroud had turned the ball over 3 times. And unlike the Pittsburgh game, those turnovers turned into points in which New England's defense was, executing all terrors. Drake Maye was looking like an absolute beast. It just seemed like no matter what the Houston defense did, the offense just looked. And Stroud and them didn't look like. I think, sometimes nerves get to you when you get into the playoffs. And this has been his 3rd straight year in the playoffs. And, going to a hostile environment like Gillette Stadium. But the Patriots have not been in the playoffs since 2019 in a high level. They had Brady. Mike Vrabel, who's the head coach of the Patriots, actually had won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots during the early 2000s. He had won some Super Bowls with New England. Now, coaching them at the next level in the AFC Championship game is very interesting to see him do this. And, the highlights for this would be the fact that we'll talk about one thrill of a game between the Los Angeles Rams and Chicago Bears. I mean, the fact of 20-17, this game went so many ways. At times it looked like the Bears were just going to come back and win, as long as the Rams were going to pull away. It's the play that I would keep in mind for you to keep fresh in your mind. It's 4th and 10. This is it at the game. Going backwards, Caleb Williams throws a dart to Cole Kmet in the end zone. Now the kicker, like the left corner end zone, the kicker is there's a little bit of hand fighting. The DB, they get pushed off, but the DB tries to go for the pick, ends up getting caught. Now the only reason I mentioned that because that was a great play, and I don't want to magnify the play. I've just seen a lot of great quarterbacks like Mahomes, and don't make the Patrick Mahomes who is great. He's made that play. I've seen other great quarterbacks that play, and I mean those are the type of plays you got to talk about because it was a spectacular pass. But the Rams, in overtime, they capitalized off a Caleb Williams interception. They get in field goal range, kicked the field goal in the Windy City, win 20-17. They are going to the NFC Championship game. So this is the matchup. We got the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. This is a rematch of the 2015 season. Obviously, during this game, during the last time they played, they had Brady against Manning's final year. Devastating news for the Broncos, though, is that in that game against Buffalo, their starting quarterback, Bo Nix, is out. He broke his ankle. So Jarrett Stidham is their quarterback who has played a little bit, and the only difference in this game is, he's been in the system all year. They're at home. Denver's altitude is a little bit thicker because it's up near the mountains. So that might help them in the fact in that game. Then in the NFC, we have the Rams versus Seattle. Now, these are two NFC West teams in the NFC West division, and Lumen Field to go to the Super Bowl. Now, the one head coach, and Sean McVay, has went to the Super Bowl twice in his career. Won once, lost once. Now you got going against the great Seattle defense, this upcoming head coach doing his thing. So we got to see what this game's play on Sunday. So 3:30 is the AFC game, and then 6:30 is the NFC game. And we'll find out by that time who goes to the Super Bowl, which will be playing in 2 weeks. But congratulations to all those great athletes and teams who made it, to our advancing the championship game, to everybody else. You had a great season. It might not have ended the way you wanted. And you got to keep your heads up for next year. Championships are never easy to get. And, it takes a collective group of people every year to try their best every year to win championships. Sometimes you're blessed to win multiple, even one championship, to just be in the league, just be blessed. Because ultimately, you decide your future. If you gave it everything you got, you have no regrets. That's my only thing. I don't say that just to say that. Even if you won Super Bowls and didn't have no Super Bowls in the NFL, you tried your best. That's all I wanted to see is effort. Sometimes it's in the wheel, sometimes it's not. Now, the college football playoffs ended, and I will say this, watching the games, congratulations to the Indiana Hoosiers winning their first national championship, was 16-0 against the Miami Hurricanes in one of the thriller games of what I've seen. This is the third year that the Big Ten has won the team from the Big Ten has won the national championship. Truly a game that I could say was remarkable in a lot of ways. I feel like with this, Indiana kind of joins Nick Saban as going 16-0, which should never be underestimated, because it's hard to go undefeated no matter what it is, and to see somebody do it and pull it out the way they did. Indiana started rating low to rank high to go all the way to win. It says a lot about their team. On the other side, I know Miami gave it everything that they had, and unfortunately to come up short, it's a tough feeling for some of those men who go on to the NFL. And there's a Senior Bowl, which we'll be watching on January 31st at 6 o'clock. I'll say this to young men out there that last field game on the field. You got to play in the national championship game. That is a blessing, and congratulations to Indiana for winning the game, and congratulations to Miami for going to the game. Ultimately, you do want to win the games, but sometimes they just don't go your way. Keep your heads up. And my best advice to all those young athletes and people out there who aspire to go to the NFL and collegiate and try to win championship stuff, even if you don't win a championship, you can still have a Hall of Fame career. Believe me. Because people and the fans, we're in the stands. We're looking to admire you guys. The work y'all put in should never be duplicated or estimated. It takes more than one man or one person to win a championship. Sometimes you got to be in the right system at the right time. If you give it everything you got and it doesn't go your way, hey, you gave it everything you got. Don't let others define your success. Always define your success. thank you to my subscribers and everybody. I'll see you in the next video.